Hey everyone, welcome to Awesome Worship Tutorials. My name is Laurens Olsem and I'm a worship team guitar player at the New Testament Church in IJsselstein. And today I'd like to teach you how to tune your guitar by ear. So there's a simple trick you can use to do this. And it's actually good to practice so you start recognizing the guitar notes, and how to tune it by ear is actually a good thing. So of course you can use some tuning device or an app. It's all okay and it's sufficient as well. So it's no problem if you're using that, but if you want to learn to tune your guitar by ear, this is the right place to be. So there's actually a simple trick for it. For example, when you start playing guitar, you tune your guitar and everything sounds nice. A few days later you grab your guitar, but 9 out of 10 times some of the notes, some of the strings don't seem to sound that clean, it's out of tune. Then you need to tune your guitar. 9 out of 10 times the top string, the E string, is always good. Not always, but in most occasions it is. So we can take that note, the E note, the E string, as our base to tune all the other guitar strings. So the only thing I'm doing is this. I'm using my index finger, putting it on the 5th fret of the E string, and now I have an A note. And the string below it, it's the A string, and it needs to be an A note as well. So I need to make it sound the same, because currently my guitar is out of tune. It's horrible, but we're gonna tune it by ear. So it needs to sound like this, and it doesn't, so we're gonna tune it. Almost. And it's the same. Same goes for the string below it, the D string. I'm just placing my index finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and now we have a D note. And the string below it, the D string, needs to be a D note, so it needs to sound the same. And it doesn't, so we're gonna tune it. Almost. And now it's the same. Same trick goes for the G string. I'm just placing my index finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and now we have a G note, and the string below it is the G string, and it needs to sound like a G note, so I'm using this as my reference. Oh, it's horrible. So I'm just going to make it sound the same. Needs to be higher. Almost. Not quite yet. Sounds good. So there's one exception. I'm using my index finger on the 4th fret instead of the 5th for tuning the B string. So I'm placing my index finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and this note is a B note, and the bottom, the string below it is a B string and needs to be a B note as well. So we need to tune it the same. So one more time, wait 1 second. Yeah. And it's not the same, so we're just gonna tune it. Make it sound the same. Horrible. Ooh, almost. I went too far, so I'm going a little bit back. Yeah. And then the same for the bottom string. I'm placing my index finger on the 5th fret of the B string, Then we got this E note. And the bottom string is a high E, so it needs to sound exactly the same. And it doesn't. Higher. Almost. Almost. Little bit more. So that's actually how you can tune your guitar by ear. So as you might have noticed, I'm just using my index finger, placing it on the 5th fret of the E string, using that as my reference, and the string below it needs to sound the same. And the same goes for tuning the D string. I'm placing it on the A string, so the string below it needs to sound the same. Then I'm placing my index finger also on the 5th fret of the D string, and the string below it needs to sound the same. One exception, when I'm tuning the B string, so the second bottom string, I'm placing my index finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and the string below it needs to sound the same. And then I'm going back on the B string, 5th fret, and that's for tuning the bottom string, the E string, the high E, and it needs to sound exactly the same. And then your guitar is in tune. So that's a little trick you can use if you want to tune your guitar by ear. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Of course, you can use a device for tuning or an app if you prefer that, but this is very good to practice, especially for hearing the right guitar notes and how to recognize certain guitar notes as well. You're training your ear, and that's a good thing as a guitar player. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If so, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and like our Facebook page. And we'll see you guys next time. God bless. Later.